Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the shift registers. Okay, so when we are considering the shift registers, mainly there are four types of shift registers. You know already about that. What type of shift registers we are having? Can anyone tell? Okay, today we are going to discuss about the shift registers. So mainly there are four types of shift registers. One is serial in, serial out shift register, and second one is serial in, parallel out, shift register. Next, third one is parallel in, parallel out, shift register, and the fourth one is parallel in, serial out, shift register. Okay, so these are the four types of shift registers which we are having. So based on the name only, we are going to consider that what is the process which we are having. So when we are considering the first one, serial in, serial out shift register, in this the data is transferred serially, and also we are extracting the output also serially. So that's why we are calling this one as a serial in, serial out shift register. In this serial in, parallel out shift register, here we are applying the input in the serial form, but we are taking the output parallelly. So at a time we are taking the output. So parallel in, parallel out means both the input we are applying parallelly and output also we are extracting parallelly. And the last one is the parallel in, serial out shift register. That is, we are applying the input in parallel form, but we are taking the output in the serial form. So compared to the first three, the last one is somewhat we are applying the input parallelly, but we are extracting the output serially. That's why here we are using the logic gates for implementing the corresponding values. Okay, next when we are considering this serial in, serial out shift register, again we are dividing this serial in, serial out shift register into two types, and one is considered as write shift, SISO, and this is called as, second one is called as the left shift. So how we are going to differentiating these two things, serial in, serial out right shift, and serial in, serial out left shift. That is, at what uh, way we are applying the input signal, based on that we are dividing this into either right shift or left shift. Okay, so how we are going to consider this is based on, for example, if you are applying the input across the left side and if you are taking the output across the right side, means the data is moved towards right side. That's why we are calling this one as a right shift. For example, if you are applying the input across the right side and if you are taking the output across the left side, then we are calling this one as a left shift, serial in, serial out shift register. And here when we are considering these shift registers, the main purpose of these shift registers is to store the corresponding data, only to store the data. So that's why here what we are going to do is, you need to choose a type of flip-flop such that it can store the data, that is whatever the input which we are applying, the same thing it has to pass it towards the output, but it doesn't do any one of the operation. So what type of flip-flop which do such like that, which is a D flip-flop. Why? Because it is called as a data flip-flop or delay flip-flop. Why we are calling this one as data or delay flip-flop? Why? Because here the, when whatever the value of D which we are applying, the same thing is carry forwarded towards output. That's why we are calling this one as a data flip-flop or the delay flip-flop. It doesn't do any one of the operation, whatever the propagation delay of the flip-flop which we are having, with that propagation delay, it takes the input signal and produces the output after the delay. That's why we are calling this one as a delay flip-flop or data flip-flop. Why we are calling this one as data flip-flop? That whatever the input which we are applying, the same thing is carry forwarded towards the output. There is no change occurs to across the output. That's why we are calling this one as a delay flip-flop or data flip-flop. So the shift registers are mainly used for storing the information. It doesn't do any one of the operation. That's why the main flip-flop which we are using in this serial in, serial out shift register or any type of shift register is D flip-flop. For example, if you want to use either the SR flip-flop or the JK flip-flop, then what we are going to do is, if you want to use SR flip-flop in these shift registers, then what we are going to do is, you have to consider the condition that S value, you have to consider it as, how we are going to take the S and R values if you want to use SR flip-flop? S value should be equal to R bar. If you are connecting like this, then this SR flip-flop is also acts like a D flip-flop. In the same way, for example, if you want to use JK flip-flop also, here also you have to consider the same condition. J value is equal to K bar. If you are doing the connection like that, then in place of this D flip-flop, you can use SR flip-flop or you can use the JK flip-flop also. But it is very difficult and also you may confuse. So to avoid that, just what we are going to do is, we are mainly using the D flip-flop for this shift registers. So if you are considering the S is equal to R bar and if you are doing the connection, we know already that SR flip-flop is converted into D flip-flop. In the same way, in the JK flip-flop also, if you are doing the connection like this, J is equal to K bar, then JK flip-flop is also converted into D flip-flop. That's why if you want to use SR flip-flop or JK flip-flop, for example, if you want to implement any one of the shift register, but in your hands only SR flip-flop is available, there is no D flip-flop, then you have to do the connections like this. Then you can implement the shift register in that way. That is, you have to short S with R bar through a NOT gate. Then SR flip-flop is converted into a D flip-flop and you can use this as a shift register. In the same way, in your hands, if JK flip-flop is available, then you have to do the connection J is equal to K bar and you can use this JK flip-flop as a D flip-flop. So like that, you can use SR flip-flop, JK flip-flop or D flip-flop as the shift register. In any way, you can use the corresponding circuit. Okay. Now, first of all, we are going to discuss about the serial in, serial out shift register. So if you are taking this serial in, serial out shift register, here I am just explaining a 4-bit data storage. So if you want to store 4-bit information, means how many flip-flops you want? 4 flip-flops. And if you want to store 5-bit information, means you want 5 flip-flops. You know already that 1 flip-flop is used for 1-bit storage. So here what we are going to do is, we are just considering 4 flip-flops. One is DA and second one is DB and third one is DC and fourth one is DD. Okay. Now here what we are going to do is, here we are just considering QA, QB, QC, QD. Okay. So 4 flip-flops, 4 outputs. Now here it is a serial in, serial out shift register. Now if you want to use this as a write shift, serial in, serial out. Okay. Write shift, serial in, serial out shift register. If you want to use like this, I already explained you where we are going to connect the input. We are going to apply the input signal across DA. So here we are going to apply the input, and you need to sort QA with the DB, QB with the DC, QC with the DD, and you have to extract the output across QB, sorry, QD. This is QD. Okay, and this is a synchronous sequential circuit. That's why we are going to apply a common clock pulse. And we just connect all these clock pulses to all the flip-flops. Okay, so this is how you need to do the connections. Now, when we are considering this operation of this corresponding circuit, now I'm just explaining this one. For example, if you want to send the data towards the output as sum 1011. Okay, now here what we are going to do is, first we are going to send this 1-bit data across the input. Now if you are just considering the tabular form, here first when we are going to consider the clock pulse, if you just considering the clock across the first clock pulse, then what happens, this input we are going to connect it to DA, so this 1 is connected here. Okay, so across the first clock pulse, what happens is, just I'm going to draw QA, QB, QC, QD. Okay, so here what happens, first we are going to connect this 1 to the corresponding data. So when we are this 1 is connected here, then what happens, across the first clock pulse, this based on this DA value we are going to get the QA value, based on the DB value we are getting QB. Okay, that is all the flip-flops are working condition. So here what is the input we are having, this 1 is connected here to the DA. So due to that, this DA value is equal to 1 means automatically QA value is also equal to 1. Is there any data across this DB, DC and DD? There is no data. Why? Because across this first clock pulse, only we are sending first bit to the DA. So due to that, QA value is equal to 1 and there is no data across DB, DC and DD. And this DD we can consider this one as a output. Am I right or not? So this is the across DA is the input and QD is the output. Now when we are going to consider the second clock pulse, across the second clock pulse, what happens? This QA value is coming here. What is the QA value already? It is 1. So this 1 is coming here and this 0 is coming here and there is no data across DC and DD. So across the second clock pulse, what happens? This 0 is coming here. That is, here we are going to get the 0 and this 1 is coming here. Okay, now there is no value across QC and QD. Now when we are going to consider the, before going to consider the third clock pulse, here what happens? QD value becomes 1 and QA value becomes 0. So this QA value is coming here and this QB value is coming here before we are going to consider the third clock pulse. And here the new one is shifted to across this point 1. Okay, now across the third clock pulse, what happens? Here we are going to get the 1 and this value is shifted to here and this value is shifted here. Okay, now here this becomes 1 and this value is equal to 0 and this is equal to 1. Now this is a short connection only, no? So whatever the value which we are having, the same should be carry forwarded across this point. 0 and it is 1. Now here we just apply the fourth clock pulse. So when we are applying the fourth clock pulse, this new one is coming here. So new value 1 and this one is coming here. It is a data flip-flop, so the data is shifted. Now, sorry. Here it is 1. This shifted to 0. Now this is shifted to 1. Now across the fourth clock pulse, we are extracting the first bit which is 1. And across the fifth clock pulse, what happens? There is no data across QA. Why? Because we are sending only 4 bits. That's why again this is shifted here and this is shifted here and this is shifted here. So it becomes 0. Now what is our output? 0. Now across the sixth clock pulse, what happens? There is no data across QA, means QB also doesn't have any data, and this one is shifted here and this one is shifted here. Now 1. Now across the seventh clock pulse, what happens? There is no data across QC, so now this is 1. So 1011 is coming across the output after that is the total output coming across the output after the seventh clock pulse. Now if you observe this, here we are applying the output across QA and the data is moved towards right side. That's why we are calling this one as a right shift serial in serial out shift register. Okay, is there any doubts in this? Anyone? If you are having any doubts, you just ask me. Okay, so shall I go to the next topic or is there any doubts here? So if you want to send 4 bits, how many clock pulses are necessary in this serial in serial out shift register? Totally 7 clock pulses. So the propagation delay is very much high in this serial in serial out shift register. To avoid that one only, we are going for the other 3 types of shift registers. Okay, Chappama.
మ్యామ్ ఇది అర్థమైంది బట్ మీరు క్లాస్ వర్క్ లో ఉల్టా ఇచ్చారు మ్యామ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు 1010 ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తో ఇచ్చారు సో ఫస్ట్ ఇన్పుట్ ఇవ్వడము 0 తో ఇచ్చి కింద నుంచి తీసుకోవాలి ఉల్టా తీసుకోవాలి అని చెప్పారు
క్లాస్ లోనా 1010 డేటా అయితే ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు 1011 అయినా మనం ఫస్ట్ 1 ఇచ్చి తర్వాత 0 ఇచ్చి తర్వాత 1 తర్వాత 1 ఇచ్చాం కదా మీరు క్లాస్
1101 అని చెప్పాను రివర్స్ లో చెప్పాను అంతేనా ఓకే నాన్న ఒకసారి నేను చెక్ చేస్తాను ఒకసారి చూసి నేను నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చెప్తాను ఓకేనా ఏది కరెక్ట్ అనేది నాకు ఇదే కరెక్ట్ అని అనుకుంటున్నాను ఒకవేళ క్లాస్ లో ఏమన్నా బై మిస్టేక్ రాంగ్ చెప్పానేమో
లాజికల్ గా చూస్తే ఇదే కరెక్ట్ అనిపిస్తుంది
నేను ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తాను నాన్న
ఓకే
okay now what we are going to do is you just consider the left shift operation. So now if you are going to consider the left shift operation, just I'm going to erase this. Okay, now here what we are going to do is left shift serial in serial out shift register. Okay, now if you are considering this left shift serial in serial out shift register, here what we are going to do is same as that of the previous case. Here also you just consider 4 flip-flops. So here what we are going to do is, here we are applying the input. This is DA, this is QA, this is DB. That is, we are taking the circuit diagram also in the reverse order. QB, DC, QC, DD, QB. Okay. Now here, same as that of the previous case. Here we are applying the input across this, and QA is connected to DB, DC, DD, and here we are extracting the output, and we are applying the common clock pulse. Okay, so the circuit diagram is exactly same as that of the previous case, same as that of the right shift serial in serial out shift register, but here what happens is the data is moved towards left side. That's why we are calling this one as a left shift serial out serial in shift register. And here also, if you want to send 4-bit information, means you need 7 clock pulses. So at what direction we are considering is not necessary here. The number of clock pulses becomes 7 here also. So to avoid this one only, next what we are going to consider is, we are going to, that is to reduce the number of clock pulses, we are taking serial in parallel out shift register, and also we are going to consider parallel in parallel out, and also parallel in serial out shift register. So I am going to explain that parallel in serial out shift register next class. Now if you are going to consider serial in parallel out, serial in parallel out means we are applying the input only across the one point, but after 4 clock pulses, what happens here is we are going to get the corresponding output. That is, if you are taking the serial in parallel out shift register, here it is serial in parallel out shift register. So across this point, the connections are exactly same as this. Okay, but here we are applying the input across this point, but output we are not considering, only at one point. We are going to connect the output. Here we are taking the output, here also we are taking the output, here also we are taking the output, and here also we are taking the output. So we are applying the input only across one point, but we are extracting the output for all the 4 points. So due to that, what happens here, if you are having the same data 1011, here what happens, 1011 means after 4 clock pulses, this 1 is coming here, this 0 is coming here, this 1 is here, 1 is here. Now if you are extracting all the data, means what is the resultant data we are going to get, 1011 after 4 clock pulses. That is, if you want to send 4-bit information, means you need only 4 clock pulses. Is the number of clock pulses reduces or not? That's why the propagation delay is also reduces if you are considering this serial in parallel shift register. Okay, next, when we are taking the parallel in parallel shift register, just I'm going to draw that one. Next, we are going to consider parallel in parallel out shift register. It is also very easy. So just what we are going to do is, just we are taking the flip-flops, and we are applying the input like this, and we are extracting the outputs across this. I'm not going to draw the circuit diagram totally. Why? Because we know already about all these things. So this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Now the output is QA, QB, QC, QD. Okay, so this is DA value, this is QA value. Now here what happens? If you are applying the clock pulse, automatically what happens? So if you are applying 1011 as the data, then for the single clock pulse, this 1011 data is going to DA, DB, DC, and DD. Then when we are applying the single clock pulse, then what happens? This 1010 is, directly coming to QA, QB, QC, QD. So our output becomes 1011. That is, within a single clock pulse, we can get all our 4-bit information. So if you are having the 5-bit information means, but if you are using a 4-bit shift register means, then what we are going to do is, you are going to divide the data into 4 bits. That is, for example, I want to send the data 101101. Then what we are going to do is, here you just kept 2 zeros. We know already that across the left side, if you are keeping any number of zeros means there is no change in the value. So that's why first we are going to send 1101. Then after that we are going to send 0010. Then for the 2 clock pulses are necessary to send this 6-bit information. Okay. So if the data is 4 bits means 1 clock pulse is enough. More than 4 clock pulses and less than 8 clock pulses means 2 clock pulses are necessary. Like that, greater than 8 bits means 3 clock pulses are necessary for this parallel shift register. That is, for a single clock pulse, we can send 4-bit information. Okay. Is there any doubts in these 3 cases? Next class, we are going to discuss about the parallel in serial out shift register. Okay. Only we are having 5 minutes time, and if you are having any doubts, you just ask me. I'm going to note down the attendance. Anyone is having the doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. ఎంతమంది సబ్మిట్ చేశారు నాన్న నాకు? అది గూగుల్ ఫామ్ ఎంతమంది సబ్మిట్ చేశారు?
మ్యామ్ నేను చేసిన మ్యామ్.
చేసావా? ఇంకా
నేను కూడా.
ఎవరు?
4C7 మ్యామ్ ధరణి.
ఓకే. నేనైతే నిన్న చెక్ చేశాను నాన్న, నాకు నిన్న 10 మెంబర్స్ సబ్మిట్ చేసినట్టు వచ్చింది. ఇంకెవరన్నా ఈ రోజు సబ్మిట్ చేశారా? ఈ రోజు ఎవరైనా సబ్మిట్ చేశారా? బాయ్స్, నాకు ఎవరు బాయ్స్ నుంచి రెస్పాన్స్ రావట్లేదు. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీరు అందరూ ఇంట్లో? సాకేత్ G3, సాకేత్ అసలు క్లాస్లో ఉంటున్నారా లేదా నాన్న? పృథ్వీ ఈ నాట్
మ్యామ్
ఉమ్,
అయిపోయింది మ్యామ్, మీరు సబ్మిట్ చేస్తాను.
ఈరోజు సబ్మిట్ చేస్తావా? ఓకే. ఎన్ని కంప్లీట్ చేసావు?
3 యూనిట్స్ కంప్లీట్ చేశాను మ్యామ్.
అన్నీ అయిపోయినాయా? ఓకే, గుడ్. C9 సందీప్. సందీప్. సాకేత్ G3. లోకేష్.
మ్యామ్
ఉమ్,
మ్యామ్ నేను కోర్స్ ఎలా చేస్తున్నా మ్యామ్. 7 వీక్స్ ఉన్నది, లాస్ట్ వీక్
ఆహా,
కోర్సెరా.
అది అయిపోయాక చేస్తావా నాది?
అవును
ఇప్పుడు
మ్యామ్.
కాదు కదా నాన్న చెప్పింది, చాలా రోజులు అయింది కదా అసైన్మెంట్ రాయమని.
అయిపోతుంది మ్యామ్, 2 days లో కంప్లీట్ చేసేస్తాను.
ఓకే, సరే. నేహ, అటెండెన్స్ కూడా పంపిస్తావా నాకు?
అటెండెన్స్
అదే చార్ట్ లో సేవ్ అయి ఉంటుంది కదా, నాకు ఆ చార్ట్ కూడా ఒకసారి పంపించు. ఏమన్నా రోల్ నెంబర్ మిస్ అయితే నేను చెక్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
నేను ఆల్రెడీ నోట్ చేసుకున్నాను, బట్ ఒకవేళ ఏదైనా నంబర్ మిస్ అవుతుందేమో అని అందుకని. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే మా, హ్యావ్ ఏ నైస్ డే. బాయ్.
బాయ్ మ్యామ్.